Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to proceed our next chapter of civics, our urban government. We all know that the city life and village life are quite different from each other. City life more populated than village. Adequate provision for drinking water, electricity, transport, etc. in city. No such provision in villages. More and more people are migrating from villages to cities, making cities overcrowded. Now, the 74th Amendment Act of 1992 has provided three types of urban local bodies. They are Nagar Panchayats for semi-urban areas which are gradually developing into cities, municipal councils or Nagar Parishad for cities which population between 20,000 to 10 lakhs, and municipal corporation for big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Kanpur, where the population is more than 10 lakhs. Now, Nagar Panchayat. It is the smallest local body in urban areas. The number of members depends upon the population of the town. The chairperson of a Nagar Panchayat is elected directly by the people and the vice chairperson is elected by itself. Functions of Nagar Panchayat: to solve local problems, to provide better living condition, to provide civic amenities, to maintain park, primary school and public buildings. Now, source of income of Nagar Panchayat. A Nagar Panchayat gets funds through taxes like water tax, octroi tax. Octroi is a tax levied on goods entering in a city. These days it has been abolished in Delhi and Haryana. Vehicle tax, building tax and rent from municipal buildings and properties, but most of the money comes from financial assistance from the state government in the form of grants and loans. Now, municipal council. The number of members vary from 15 to 60 and are directly by elected the people for 5 years. The chairperson also elected directly by the people. His term is for 5 years. The deputy chairperson is also elected by the elected members. An executive officer is appointed by the governor of state, look after the general administration of state. Functions of municipal council. With the fast changing life in the cities, the functions and responsibilities of municipal councils are increased day by day. Some of them are as given below. It ensures proper supply of water and electricity. It maintains hygienic and sanitary conditions. It constructs and maintains roads, bridges, markets, water tanks, parks. It adopts measures to prevent epidemics and other infectious diseases. Now, sources of income of municipal council. The municipal council collect money from various taxes and get rent from municipal buildings. They also receive annual financial grant from the state government. Next, municipal corporation. The big cities with a large population have municipal corporation or Nagar Nigam. The day-to-day work is looked after by various committees consisting of 5 to 12 members headed by a chairperson from among the members. Municipal corporation is headed by a chairperson who is called the mayor or Mahapaur. The deputy mayor, who is elected by the members, performs all the functions of the mayor in his absence. And chief executive officer, known as municipal commissioner, implements the decision of municipal corporation. He is appointed by the state government and he supervises the work of municipal corporation. Next, functions of municipal corporation. Important functions performed by the municipal corporation: supply of fresh drinking water, supply of electricity, maintenance of hospitals or dispensaries, demolition of unsafe buildings. Now, sources of income: taxes, financial grants and loans from the state government go a long way in providing facilities for the welfare of the people. District Next, district administration. India has been divided into over 676 districts. Every district is an important unit of administration. The head of the district is called district officer or deputy commissioner or district collector or district magistrate. He is an officer of the Indian Administrative Service whose selection is made on the basis of an all India competitive examination. Do you know a Tehsildar looks after the maintenance of land records and collection of land revenue at Tehsil level? A Tehsil is a subdivision of a district. A Kanungo is an official who works under a Tehsildar but supervises the work of some Patwaris under him. A Patwari maintains revenue records pertaining to land of a particular area, be it a village or a city or part of a city. Now, functions of district administration. The main functions of a deputy commissioner are to maintain law and order in the district, to collect revenue, to maintain land record. That's all about this chapter. Thank you and have a nice